Nicaragua, has come in to score in both innings, and they are back in front 3-2.
Alegría is the first at bat, took that fastball up the middle. Had himself once again in a hitter's count, and Sanchez goes to that backdoor slider.
10 batters so far, and 7 have reached base. So just as it will be trying to get out of the ballpark tonight with a sellout crowd, a lot of traffic. And 2-1 from Sanchez will wait after a check on Dawson at first base. So 3 runs tonight, and that's 10 batters into this WBC. 4 runs total in 2023 over 4 games.
When you look at this team from Nicaragua compared to 2023, a lot more talent. Upper level guys, big league guys, sluggers who have done it in the big leagues. They've got some arms as well in the bullpen. They've got some arms in the starting rotation. So much better team than what they've brought in the past.
2-2 from Sanchez, who has already given up 5 hits in, we'll call it the first 2 innings, even though he hasn't completed 2 innings yet. But he's never given up 5 runs in 2 innings in a start in the big leagues. But just like Dusty Baker, perhaps from a different perspective, Albert has seen it all. Line to short. Dawson gets back.
When you talk to Dusty Baker, you get the feeling of, yeah, it could be David and Clive, but we feel like we can punch. We feel like we've got the weapons, the attitude to go out there and surprise some people, and that's what they've done this early part of the game.
Oscar Brazoban beginning to throw in the Dominican bullpen. And we talked to all 5 managers of the teams here in pool play yesterday. We talked to Brad Osmus, who's managing Team Israel. And you think top heavy when it comes to the Dominican and Venezuela. Kingdom of the Netherlands has some talent. They might be right in the middle. Nicaragua, Israel, maybe the underdogs, but Brad Osmus said, and I'm sure Dusty Baker would agree, we don't want to be underdogs. We want to be Cinderellas. Cinderellas win.
That's right.
And there is another hit, and staying up the middle as well. A lot of action up there. 2 on and 1 out. Couple of hits for Munguia.
Couple hits, RBI, left on left against one of the best. 2-seamer at the hand, stays through it. Oh, what a swing. That could be the knockout blow for Sanchez.
A pitching change for the Dominican Republic. And it doesn't have a whole lot to do with the pitch restrictions. Back in a moment.
In the land of Israel, before the Gospels, before the cross, there was David. Journey back to the beginning of a divine legacy and bear witness to one of the greatest stories ever told.
King Saul, you have nothing to fear from me. Please tell me how to help you.
Under the eyes of a mad king, he was hunted. Under the weight of destiny, he stood tall. And under the hand of God, he became a legend.
What do they call him? David the Giant Slayer, the beloved, the defender of Israel.
Giant Slayer and God's chosen, he united a kingdom and changed the course of history.
This day, the Lord will conquer you, and I will kill you.
I'm Zachary Levi, and this is David, King of Israel. Streaming now on Fox Nation.
Si lo puede ver.
It's the time to join Fox Nation. Sign up for just $2.99 a month. Start streaming today.
Electricity in the air. This is a Big East tournament, folks. It's time to set the score. This is what it's all about. A champion will be crowned.
You know the crowd is ready. The Big East tournament, March 12th through the 14th on Fox and
Fox 1.
Welcome to the World Baseball Classic. Bryce Harper, Paul Skeens, Cal Raleigh, Aaron Judge. Absolute madness.
Great Britain versus USA, only on Fox.
Well, certainly an up and down kind of outing, albeit only for an inning and a third. 6 hits. That would be the down. The up was the 4 strikeouts, all in that first inning. First time we've seen that in the WBC, but Huáscar Brazoban will take over out of the Dominican bullpen. Pitching for the New York Mets now, but used to call this his home ballpark as a member of the Marlins. Signed a minor league deal with them in 2022. Made his debut later that summer.
Loves to throw the sinker. He's got a slider, cutter, but his go-to pitch is the changeup. Against lefties and against righties, it doesn't matter the count. It's his primary pitch.
36 years old, his WBC debut, and facing his Mets teammate Mark Vientos here.
Mets use him a ton. 63 innings pitched. Doesn't walk a lot of guys, and a 227 opponent average, so doesn't get that much hard contact. Vientos knows all of Brazoban.
Swings over the top of that changeup, picks up the strikeout. Well, that is 5 strikeouts. All the outs have been strikeouts.
And I think Albert Pujols, being the manager for the Dominican team, made the right call in going to go get a guy like Brazoban, who's got a great changeup. You look at Sanchez, he got strikeouts with the changeup and the slider. Brazoban has one of the best changeups in all of baseball.
That one to second, throwing across the body. And there's the ground out. There's a line out in there, 2 strikeouts, but 2 more runs for Nicaragua.
Over 250 years ago, we didn't like the taxes, so we dumped the tea. Today, that same unstoppable spirit drives Ram. Now with the Ram Declaration of Deals, we're pledging our allegiance to the American people. 0% financing for 60 months on select 2026 models, or we'll cover your sales tax, plus no monthly payments for 90 days, and a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Because a promise means nothing unless you back it up. Nothing stops America. Nothing stops Ram.
Hey, I'm Daniel, one of the founders of Ridge. My dad and I realized that most wallets are falling apart, stuffed to the max, and barely fit in your back pocket. So we set out to create something better. Ridge is built to last a lifetime and is the perfect balance of modern style and durability. Find yours at ridge.com.
So your credit tanked, and now you have 3 roommates. Well, you're in luck, because Self will securely report your positive rent payments to all 3 credit bureaus for free. So you can increase your credit score and improve your living situation. Get free rent reporting. Download Self today.
Meet the most insightful way to never scoop again. Litter Robot 5 Pro, the next generation of litter robot. Litter Robot 5 Pro from Whisker, the greatest invention since cats.
This is Candy Crush Saga,
where Sweet just got serious. Compete in All-Stars and make it to the live final.
For your chance to win a share of $1 million. Play Candy Crush All-Stars now.
I like winning on the field, but it's even more fun winning on Deal Dash.
Lori won $2,000 Tiffany earrings for just $1, and Joseph won an iPad for just $6. There's millions of fast auctions, so try today at DealDash.com for $50 of free credit and your first win guaranteed.
Welcome back. Great defensive first inning for Austin Wells.
Yeah, you tell me a good catcher, you tell me how quiet he is back there. He certainly did that in the first inning, blocking those baseballs, calling a great adjustment after that mound visit, going to the changeup, going to the slider, and letting his pitcher know, you got to trust me back there. And I think that would eventually, as this tournament goes on, these starting pitchers and these bullpen guys will definitely rely on Wells to be back there and protect the baseball.
He hits second this inning behind Julio Rodriguez, who takes the ball outside. 1-1 to the center fielder for the Dominican Republic, and of course the Seattle Mariners. Wells, whose mom is from the Dominican Republic, eligible to play. He bats second, and then Geraldo Perdomo, number 9 hitter, due up third. That one outside of third and foul. A ball and 2 strikes to Julio Rodriguez, 25 years old, his second World Baseball Classic. Former Rookie of the Year and a 3-time All-Star.
He's only one of 4 players in MLB history with 100 home runs and 100 stolen bases in the first 4 seasons. I mean, the stuff this guy has done while covering a ton of ground in Safeco Field in Seattle. 32 home runs last year, 30 stolen bases to go with that, his first 30-30 season. I talked to him earlier in spring training this year, and he wants to kind of up the bar a little bit with that mark.
Strike 3. Into an elevated sinker. A little two-seam movement there, and a strikeout for Medrano.
Now that's that two-seamer, and that's his go-to pitch. Medrano loves his two-seamer. We saw it in that South Africa qualifier with Nicaragua. He threw about 62 sinkers out of the 75 pitches he threw. So it's a lot of sinkers coming at you.
Now the aforementioned Austin Wells takes down an in, 26 years old, his first WBC. Yankee catcher with 21 home runs and 71 RBIs last summer. And he might be, again, looking at the Dominican lineup. We just had Julio Rodriguez there and didn't have time to say it in that at-bat, but it's like Julio hitting 7th. My goodness. Austin Wells may be one of those bottom of the order type of guys, maybe because the Yankee lineup is so loaded too. But you think of a lineup and a roster that the Dominican has, you have 9 or 10 3-hitters, right? But only one guy can hit third, so you have to spread it out.
Yeah. I mean, for a time, Wells was hitting 4th behind Judge. That World Series the Yankees went to. But yeah, I'm with you. I think he's more of a 6, 7, 8 hole hitter guy. Especially on a lineup like this.
Yeah. And ahead in the count, 3 balls and 1 strike. Wrinkle with the curveball to run it full, and again for the Dominican, trying to do something that they've only done once, win a WBC, but get far into this tournament. They didn't advance on a pool play last time. They put the emphasis on building team more than all-star team. And Medrano with back-to-back strikeouts in this second inning.
Slow you down, speed you up, slow you down once again for the strikeout. I mean, this is what he's done right now. And as this game goes on, we'll take a look at this changeup here. Well executed, knee high. False out of the table. The more they get clean innings from Nicaragua, the more Nicaragua is going to start feeling better about themselves and having a chance to win a ball game.
Perdomo takes a strike at the bottom of the zone. Diamondbacks shortstop. And even 20 and 100 last year. Takes the ball in the dirt. Again, quick update on pitch restrictions. First round at 65 pitches. We asked Dusty Baker, okay, how many can he go? And he said as many as he's effective for. And he's been effective. Did give up a couple of runs in that first inning, but with a team like this, 2 is, you can survive 2.
Yeah. A very thin bullpen for Nicaragua.
Two and 1 to Perdomo. It just seems like everything moves.
Everything's moving.
Perdomo, one of few players that more walks than strikeouts last year. It's even, 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs.
Perdomo calls himself the Frogman. He said in an interview after he won a game that my blood is like a frog, cold-blooded.
I love it. Does not lack confidence. Just in off the plate.
I would think the changeup's in play here. It was in play for Wells on 3-2. I think it will be in play for Perdomo as well. Just missed inside. I think it will be in play for Perdomo as well. Right now. Just missed inside. I think it will be in play for Perdomo everything right now.
Mentioned the opener, we'll sprinkle it in as we go along throughout the play here to refresh you. When it comes to Major League rules, using the clock as well, but not the automated ball strike system that's being implemented in Major League Baseball this summer. Mentioned that off the close pitch a moment ago. 3-2. Just a little bit low. And a good eye for Perdomo to keep the inning alive. Flip the lineup card over for Fernando Tatis Jr.
But in its first 2 exhibition games they played in Santo Domingo, they had Julio Rodriguez hitting 9th today. They're going to go with Perdomo. Why? You flip the order and you've got speed. Speed everywhere, and I would think Perdomo will be aggressive at some point in this at-bat.
Tatis, a single and a run scored his first time as they check on Perdomo at first base. Set the table nicely in the first. Dominican got back on top. Nicaragua a couple of runs in the top of this inning to retake the lead.
Tatis with a scorching single in his first at-bat. Two-seamer right on the hands. One of the biggest things for Fernando last year was his ability to play 150 games. The goal was that to play every day. I think this year, having 150 games underneath him, now he can go and kind of be the Fernando Tatis we've seen. The power, and the great elite defense he brings to right field.
Two balls and one strike. Perdomo goes. Throw down to second. Gets into center field. Perdomo up on his way to third. Here comes the throw. A little bit late. So Perdomo and the Dominican put a little pressure on Novoa and the defense and create a little something here with 2 outs.
It was a matter of time, Paul. You have to use the wheels when you have them there. Huge lead, huge jump. I love once he goes head first, his head pops right up to understand where that ball's at, taking on that extra base.
Tatis, a .308 hitter with runners in scoring position and 2 outs last year for San Diego, taps that one foul.
And the reason I say you got to put the motions in with Perdomo is because once he gets to third now, the infield singles in play. We've got wheels with Tatis, we've got wheels with Perdomo. Any high chopper, any bobble, it's a run and a hit. That's not too fun. Not too much fun when you get hit.
The fact that everyone is smiling and laughing, I have a feeling I know what happened. Never been a catcher, but I understand.
You don't want to be a catcher, huh?
No, no. You know what? I don't think you want me to be a catcher.
No, I'm good.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, a 3-2 game here in the home half of the second. A little bit high. And after back-to-back strikeouts to start the inning, back-to-back walks to keep the line moving.
I think this is a really good pitching kind of breathe and take it all in. It's 2 outs. You're 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning. Marte really handled that 2-seamer at the top of the zone early on, jumping on that first pitch for a double. The problem is you have, again, first base open, right? There's a big hole at first base because of the runner on first base. So got to be very careful how you pitch to Marte here.
You saw pitching coach Lenin Pecota come out through a no-hitter for Nicaragua back in the day. 22 seasons around the globe in a pro career, which is all to say Dusty Baker put in a lot of thought as to who he wanted to surround himself with to help Nicaragua win a game and then some in the World Baseball Classic. Here is Ketel Marte, an RBI double his first time up.
And I think that would be the approach by Medrano. Everything down and away. Everything's got to fade away from his barrel.
First and third, and a little off the plate. Now getting that pitch count up toward 40.
As the at-bat goes, you're seeing Marte creeping in more into home plate. He is on top of the plate. Very good pitch right there. I've always said for a lefty, the best sequence is that slider curveball to a changeup after that.
Up there with some of the game's best, Ketel Marte. He takes one on the corner, and you could make a case that looking across Major League Baseball, the best first baseman, the best second baseman, Vlad Guerrero, Ketel Marte, are on this roster. And they are looking for Ketel to come through again. First to check out Tatis. Two strikeouts, then 2 walks. There was a stolen base and an error mixed in there too. So first and third, and a 2-2 on the way, missing low. So that will release Tatis from first base with a full count and 2 outs. And we already know he is like lightning over there when he runs to begin with.
Any pitches in play, 3-2 count with Medrano pitching.
Here it comes, and we'll do it again. And now, after getting the first 2 outs of this inning, beyond that, Medrano has thrown 20 more pitches. So give credit to the Dominican Republic boosting that pitch count. As you mentioned before, maybe that bullpen a little thin for Nicaragua, so the quicker you can get into it, the better if you're the Dominican squad. Again, a 3-2. Lifted left side toward the seats. Vientos gives it a look, and maybe 3 rows in. Big hit in the first for Ketel Marte.
It was that fastball at the top of the zone. He was all over it. Once that ball was hit, Tatis knew he was going to be able to score easily. That's what Ketel Marte does. I'm intrigued here with Medrano. He's throwing him back-to-back fastballs. He's got him in swing mode. Be interesting if he throws a third one.
45th pitch of the night is a swing and a miss. 3 strikeouts in the inning, strands a couple of runners, and protects the 3-2 lead.
Thinking of updating my kitchen?
Yeah?
Yes. This year, we are finally updating our kitchen. Doing subway tile and an ivory or eggshell. Cream, maybe bone. Don't get me started on quartz. Big island. You ever heard of a waterfall camp?
For everyone who talks about doing that thing,
And over there,
but never does that thing,
sweet little breakfast nook.
Chase has financial guidance.
See how you can start saving to make this happen.
Really?
Really?
Really.
At home or in person.
You could also check out a Chase Money Skills workshop.
That's guidance from Chase. Make more of what's yours.
If you've been in an accident that wasn't your fault, you could be entitled to potentially significant financial compensation. So pick up that phone and call the number on your screen now. I said right now. Call now, not later now. I don't hear the phone ringing. Listen, I'd call you, but I don't have your number. I know you're watching. Yes, you. Just pick up the phone and call.
Call your favorite attorney now. He'd call you, but he doesn't have your number.
Behold, the new Harry's Plus. 5 German-engineered steel blades, premium metal handle, our most advanced pivot mechanism, at a price that makes Big Razor big mad, and guys everywhere very happy. Harry's Plus.
Why do I have to wait for payday? I should have access to my money when I want. With Chime, I get paid when I say, and I can overdraft fee-free. Finally, I'm in control of my money. Join the millions of members like us, banking fee-free at Chime.
We go. 5, 4.
At MLB Network, covering baseball isn't just what we do, it's who we are.
You're about to be entertained and amazed. So I just want to show you a few at-bats, because it was incredible.
Connecting fans to the game is in our DNA.
Welcome, everyone, to MLB Tonight, the national pregame show.
We added 2 new pitches this year.
In season.
Hello, family.
Off season.
Not every day we hand out Cy Young awards.
Every season.
That's how we do it here.
This is MLB Network, the home of baseball.
All right, Fox Saturday Night Baseball is back. Fans are back. Celebrations are back. Same night every week. No thinking required. You bring the couch, we'll bring the drama. Baseball Night in America, only on Fox.
We head to the top of the 3rd inning. Huáscar Brazoban, who got the last 2 outs of the 2nd, is back out there to work in a first pitch strike to Trujillo, then Novoa and Sandoval. As Nicaragua has a 3-2 lead early on. Paul Severino, Yonder Alonso, rest of our tremendous crew here in Miami. Day 1 of pool play. Broken bat roller to Machado. And Manny makes the play, 1 down.
The hardest thing to do for a relief pitcher is go out there, get your out, finish the inning, go back down and sit down in the dugout, and then go back out. Well, he's answered the bell with the first batter. A 2-seamer at the hands, broken bat to Manny. Now he can get in a groove once again, but those quick outs are going to be huge for the Dominican team as they need to try to cover 6 more innings.
Yeah, they probably hope to get a bit more out of Christopher Sanchez. Just an inning and a 3rd. Here's a bouncer right side. Brazoban will take it himself.
2 pitches, 4 pitches, 2 outs, 2 pitches in the previous at bat, and now 2 more pitches to Sandoval. So
and soft contact both times as Albert Pujols looks on. Here is Sandoval, single and a run scored his first time up. Takes a strike. Talked about the pitch restrictions, but also looking at schedules too. The Dominican can basically empty the bucket tonight. They're off tomorrow.
Correct.
So they have that time to rest and recoup. And they'll play a couple of day games. And then they have another off day before the pool play finale against Venezuela. So a team like Nicaragua is going to play 4 in a row starting tonight. Team like Israel going to play 4 in a row starting tomorrow. You look at how the schedule breaks down. It's a little bit like the postseason and how you can rest or empty your bullpen.
And one thing you talk about Albert, you know, he is very excited about his starting rotation. But one of the keys they really focused on was who was going to be in that bullpen. 14 guys out of the bullpen for the Dominican team. So they've got an armory of hard throwers from the right side, hard throwers from the left side.
Yeah, it's a lot of thought went into building this team, and certainly a credit to Albert Pujols and the GM Nelson Cruz. As this one fouled back.
And when they built this roster, it was obviously the starting pitching was the first thing they talked about. The second thing they talked about was the bullpen.
And with those restrictions, 65 in the first round, 80 in the quarterfinals, 95 in the semis and the finals, that all runs parallel with where pitchers are in spring training. It becomes really a bullpen type of tournament as Marte makes the play. A 1-2-3 inning for Brazoban.
Then I realized the more you bundle, the more you save on insurance with Liberty Liberty.
It's like you're talking my love language.
Well, I've been taking word classes online.
Wow.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
At Mizuho Americas, we know this course, and this one, and this one, and definitely this one. We know them well because we're experts in banking and global markets. Mizuho Americas, a name worth knowing.
Blue Chew is my new go-to. This stuff right here, has changed my life. This is something that you definitely want to add into your inventory. But just be ready. One thing you're not going to do is regret getting it.
Fighting through forms for new car insurance rates can take forever. Count on Intuit Credit Karma to show you personalized rates from top providers so you can get to the coverage you need ASAP. Download the app to get started.
I am naturally biased because I just joined Ridge as the chief creative partner, but I'm just going to speak facts here. It's slim, it's RFID blocking, it's awesome, it's comfortable, I love it. I carry it every day. And then every wallet at Ridge.com has like an unlimited lifetime warranty, so you don't have to worry about it falling apart. Check it out at Ridge.com.
Half protection is not enough. Using just an antivirus online is also not enough. Get better protection from online threats. Get NordVPN now.
When my dog Milo had surgery as a puppy, I needed to keep him calm while he was recovering. So I invented the Pupsicle. It kept him happily distracted for over 20 minutes straight. With over 1 million sold, the Pupsicle helps dog parents everywhere. Get yours today at mywoof.com.
Precise designs, subtle curves, curated upgrades, elevated design for thoughtful living. Thuma.
Meet the next big, little thing. Litter Robot Evo. Whether you're studio living or just looking for a discreet space to tuck your cat's bathroom, Evo can fit there. Oh, and also there. Litter Robot Evo. Big things in a little package.
But let's take a look at Ronald Madrano, how he's fared 6 outs. Fastball has been the key early on, and then he's gone to work with the changeup. He's thrown it in all counts. He's finished guys late in the at-bat 3-2. Take a look here with all the outs he's had. The changeup has been the key. Coming in, we thought he was going to throw a lot more sinkers, Paul. It's been sinkers, it's been slider usage, and it's been changeups. Even when in hitters' counts you expect the sinker, the changeup has been his key.
Threw a lot of pitches in that second inning, 33 to get that pitch count now at 46 after ball 1 to Juan Soto. 3 strikeouts in an inning, done in 2023 WBC. But with that and the walks, no contact, no balls in play in that second inning. And you figure a guy like Soto is going to be right at the forefront of boosting that pitch count even more. 1 ball and 1 strike. Soto fouls it back. Ground out to second, his first time up.
Talking to Soto yesterday in practice, asked him, where do you like to hit the baseball? Where do you feel you're most locked in? Always tries to play catch with left center. That's his go-to. If he's hitting the ball to left center, if he's staying behind the baseball left center, then he's able to pull the ball in the air for more consistency.
If feels like every player has that. When they're not going right, when you see a ball go, in that case, to left center field, they okay, he's going to come back around. Yeah. 2-2 from Medrano. Grounded foul.
And every great hitter has a key, and it's very subtle, it's very small. You look at Soto and the way he's able to swing at the right pitches consistently. That's the reason why he's so consistent at hitting the right pitches, barreling balls to left center or right center. His mind is just on another level when he's on top of that plate.
Grounds it foul. Mention the pitch restrictions, by the way, of the 65 and then the 80 and the 95. But another layer to the restrictions is the usage within that. And we showed you 50 or more, you need 4 days rest. He just hit 50, probably would start once and move on from there. But then if you throw 30 or more pitches, you need a day of rest. If you throw consecutive days, you need a day of rest.
This is where the at-bat here becomes interesting, right? He's thrown a lot of changeups, 3-2 and 3-2 counts.
The payoff pitch to Soto. Out towards center, down for a base hit. In front of Munguia, the leadoff man is aboard for the Dominican Republic.
Well, took him to that 3-2 count. Got a little hanging curveball. Soto just stays through it. Top of the zone. Gets that foot down early. Stays connected. Love the two-hand finish. I think if you're Nicaragua, you're just happy for a base hit.
90 feet.
90 feet. That's right.
Keep them to 90 feet. They'll try to do the same thing here or less for Vlad Guerrero Jr. On the corner for a strike. Vlad, of course, a huge year last year with the Toronto Blue Jays, taking them to the pennant, the World Series, on the doorstep of a championship as well. Before the Dodgers went back-to-back. In the air, shallow right, Sandoval long run, able to close in and make the play. Well, that ball was up in the air for a long time. Gave Sandoval a chance to close for the first out.
Yeah, he got away with that right there, but you're looking at Sandoval coming in strong. That play is all his. Up the middle, they're playing two depth, trying to play that double play. First base is covering Soto. It's all his play.
Now Manny Machado. First to check on the runner at first base. We've talked about it throughout the day and will throughout this entire tournament, but especially with the teams in this pool, each team kind of has that hometown feel. And of course, the Dominican Republic, a lot of fans here. Miami home to about 120,000 Dominican Americans. And Manny Machado, born essentially right up the road in Hialeah, down here in South Florida.
Wanted to represent his country for his family, his grandfather, his mother, sister,
his brother-in-law.
Oh.
If you see him, say hi.
I will try. Yeah, you talk to Manny about hitting. He's always concerned about the 1-1 counts, trying to win the 1-1 counts. So far, Arnold Medrano has done a fine job winning those 1-1 counts.
Tapper outside of third. So now all pools are underway, including in Houston, where Team USA is playing. And Aaron Judge, shocking, has homered in the first inning for Team USA. Team USA and this Dominican team, Team Japan, who had a early termination win earlier today. Those probably the, on paper, three favorites of this tournament. But the Dominican down a run in their opener here in the last of the third. Machado loops it to left, sinking, and a diving play by Dawson in left. And he takes a big risk. If that gets down, it's a track meet. Instead, he makes a terrific defensive play.
Yeah, just a hanging slider a little bit off the end of the bat. Dawson's playing extremely back. And a really good play right there, diving head first. Getting up quickly so Soto doesn't advance.
2 away for Junior Caminero.
Something we saw a little bit in that 2023 WBC. When you put the Dominican guys kind of on the ropes a little bit, you start seeing a little bit of the unbalancing, right? Trying to do a little too much. A lot of balls off the end of the bat. A lot of lazy fly balls. And that's one thing they try to adjust, right? Is hand it over. If it's not that person hitting, it's handed over to the guy behind you.
Right now, a guy with 45 home runs last year, Junior Caminero, will wait a little longer on an 0-2 pitch as they check on Soto.
Caminero has looked really good in camp. Went 6 for 6 in the exhibition games, both exhibition games.
Ground ball, sneaks through a base hit. Soto will stop at second base. I'm glad he got that base hit because he hit twice with 2 outs. It's hard to get into it, but he's one of those guys that doesn't get maybe enough credit on this team.
Oh, I'll tell you what, the clubhouse is booming with Caminero and the fans that he's created with his teammates. They love everything about this guy. They think he's going to be extremely special. 40+ home runs. We're going to see that for a long time. One of the quickest bat speeds in all of baseball. When you have bat to ball skill with high exit velo, that's usually what you get, those ground balls that just get through.
But 45 home runs, second most in baseball history by a player in their age 21 season or younger. Only Eddie Matthews, who had 47 in 1953, was better. What a year it was. And at 63 pitches, this, for all intents and purposes, will be the last pitcher for Medrano, and maybe that's what that mound visit was about. Like, hey, you're going to get to 65. You can't finish the batter, but let it all out there. That's a base hit up the middle for Julio Rodriguez. Throw goes to third, in there safely. Caminero. Soto scores in front of him, and it's a 3-3 game.
Well, we talked earlier on, right? The 3 guys in the outfield with Soto, Tatis, the guy we talked about.
Vamos a esto. Saluditos a todos. Dímelo, Vivo, dímelo, Ángel. ¿Cómo están? Hacen a todos los que están suscribidos.
Brings in his right-hand man, Juan Soto.
And a pitching change for Nicaragua.
Saturday, we've got a huge Big East regular season finale on Fox College Hoops.
Here we go.
4th ranked UConn takes on Marquette. Saturday at 12:30 Eastern on Fox College Hoops.
We need to get comfortable with breaking barriers in basketball.
Eso es una orden, claro que sí que vamos a ganar. Hola, Wal, ¿cómo estás? Claro, vamos a hacerle, ahora es. Entonces que el piso estaba bueno, pero ahora
the way the game was played.
Estamos metiendo mal. Ese error que hizo Soto no tiene una carrera. Bueno, ya está bien. Nos vamos a encontrar tranquilos. A ustedes que lo queremos.
The United Football League is back. Professional football in the spring. A game experience like no other.
Beautiful throw, right on the money.
Big energy, high-flying plays, innovative tech.
Wow!
This is just the beginning.
My goodness!
This is the United Football League. It all kicks off March 27th on Fox.
The stage is set for a weekend where IndyCar and NASCAR go back-to-back on one track. IndyCar Saturday, NASCAR Sunday.
It is on pure perfection.
Your one and only chance to see the biggest names in racing in one place.
Oh, they got a big one. Whoa!
From Phoenix Raceway, the Desert Double starts Saturday at 3 on Fox.
First things first. Weekdays at 3.
Ese es la única parte que tenemos nosotros, que no tenemos picheo. Tenemos muchos batadores, pero el picheo estamos cortos.
WBC debut.
Imagínate, si es con un equipo más o menos que está por abajo. Imagínate con China, con Estados Unidos, o con Puerto Rico, o con Venezuela, que tienen picheo. Va a estar difícil, pero vamos a ver qué es lo que es. Hay que ver qué es lo que es.
He's up for a big opportunity here with men on first and third.
And facing the lefty Austin Wells, and already a pitch clock violation, it looks like. Unless they deem it to be a pitch-com issue, we'll see. See what they discuss. Home plate umpire Paul Clemens, by the way. We give the umpires a little love. Lance Barksdale, the crew chief over at first base. Sergei Makachuchev of France over at second. Marek Makar from Czechia over at third base. So again, that global umpiring crew as well in this global event. And at the end of the day, they're going to say it was in fact a pitch-com issue, no pitch clock violation. Had that been the case, a little refresher. If the pitch clock violation's on the pitcher, it's a ball. If it's on the batter, it's a strike. But no penalty here. And a 0-0 count to Austin Wells. Struck out his first time. Grounded, flying foul.
Ay, esa bola picada, bueno. Vamos a hacerle ahora, vamos a hacer una más. Vamos arriba, vamos arriba. Vamos a ver, todos los dominicanos, por favor, ahí, con la mano para arriba. Vamos a hacerle,
But certainly one of those situations, Yonder, that Dusty Baker planned for.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And he talked about that in our meeting. How he was going to match up the lefties with the Dominican lefties they have in this lineup.
First and third, 2 outs, and 0-2 count on Wells. Lines another one foul.
We're looking at Wells right now. He's a little behind. It's already on the fastball, but he knows the velocity's not going to beat him. It's 87
¿Cómo
to
estás?
88 miles
Bueno,
an hour.
Nicaragua no puedo decir eso porque no están pichando bien, están bateando.
Sure he gets
Acuérdate que la bola es redonda y viene cuadrada en una caja.
Excellent
Esto es hasta que
for Bermudez, and now they've
hasta el
got the
último
runner
out.
picked off. Oh,
Mira,
Rodriguez
¿viste?
is out.
Como no te sabe, papá, es que el equipo está bueno. Nadie quiere perder. Pero nada, nos sacaron el cero, por lo menos empatamos.
On the Rodriguez RBI single. Back to square one, 3-3.
What's your biggest financial mistake?
Rent, bills. Living is hard. I was having food delivered like 2-3 times a day.
What?
Maxing out 3 credit cards.
3? How do you max out 3 credit cards? Use Rocket Money. It actually tracks your income and expenses for you and suggests budgets based on your past spending. That way you can see where your money is going and how much you can safely spend without going over budget. Also has a calendar that reminds you of upcoming bills so you're never surprised by anything. I know, are you clocking it?
It's clocking to me. Download Rocket Money.
Half protection is not enough. Using just an antivirus online is also not enough. Get better protection from online threats. Get NordVPN now.
Behold the new Harry's Plus. 5 German-engineered steel blades, premium metal handle, our most advanced pivot mechanism, at a price that makes Big Razor Big mad and Guys everywhere, very happy. Harry's Plus.
With all the quality vitamins, probiotics, and superfoods and this stuff, I start every day feeling my best, ready to go. Ask anyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, Hugh Jackman. He'll do this for hours.
The little thing we do, they love it. Every morning.
Baseball and community go hand in hand. And with pitch, hit, and run, you can make a lasting impact. Register to showcase the foundational skills of young athletes from your local community in the official youth skills competition of Major League Baseball, known as Pitch, Hit, and Run. Make an impact today. Pitch, hit, and run. Scan the QR code to sign up and host an event.
Saturday, we've got a huge Big East regular season finale on Fox College Hoops.
Here we go.
Fourth-ranked UConn takes on Marquette. Saturday at 12:30 Eastern on Fox College Hoops.
Third pitcher of the night for the Dominican Republic, Juan Mejia, making his WBC debut. Made his Major League debut last April, replacing Edwin Uceta, the Tampa Bay Rays on this roster. But Mejia pitching for the Colorado Rockies, missing inside to Freddie Zamora.
Yeah, two-pitch guy, fastballs, four-seamers for the most part, and a slider. He's working on a changeup, but usually is a two-pitch command guy, fastball, slider. High throwing, 98, 99 miles an hour. This is something we've seen early on in the tournament. Guys coming out of the pen. You just wonder, who's the guy that's going to be the wildest?
That's fouled on the left field line. Yeah, of course, you get all sorts of emotions to get added to the roster in this situation, but then called upon early on, and so many expectations for the Dominican Republic. There's probably some pressure, I would think.
Oh yeah.
Two balls and one strike. Zamora fouls that one away. RBI double and a run scored for Zamora in the second, when Nicaragua took a 3-2 lead, but the Dominican tied it just a few moments ago.
Second round pick, 2020 class out of the University of Miami. Known for his defense, his strike zone discipline. Already with a big hit in his first at bat.
This one in the air, shallow center. Looks like Perdomo, the shortstop, going to call everybody off and make the play.
61 innings for Mejia, 68 strikeouts, but he's known for an outing he had in Colorado where he had a save opportunity, hit a pop-up in the infield and collided with his teammate for the last out, first save. If anybody's wondering, look it up. It is a very hysterical, funny moment.
Right.
For Mejia.
Warming Barnabell got the worst of that one. Here is Chase Dawson, leadoff hitter. He's reached base twice. Taps that one fouled in the first inning. That was that wild first inning. If you missed it, Christopher Sanchez struck out 4 in that inning because Dawson a strikeout in a wild pitch. You get credit for the strikeout, but not the out. So that, in essence, extended the inning. He did come in to score in that frame. Singled in the second.
I'm going to go on a limb here and say Dawson has the quirkiest batting stance in the tournament.
Okay.
Of course, we haven't seen all the guys, but right on the dish. Hands are very low.
Wide open.
Wide open.
And the foot is, maybe not the hip so much, but
I wouldn't go as far as the Craig Counsell batting stance, but that one's
grounded foul. Dawson, born in Indiana, college at Valparaiso. Undrafted, unsigned, indie ball for a few years.
Hola Alex, ¿cómo estás? No, viejito, solamente la tengo aquí en inglés.
Floats this one to left field, and Soto is there. But that is the great part of the WBC, is that stories like that, those stories of perseverance, you're unsigned, you're undrafted, and here you are sharing the field with, and you pointed this out, a team on the other side of the Dominican Republic worth $2.5 billion.
Yeah, and for a lot of these guys, they haven't played in a big league environment. They haven't played in front of 40,000 fans as well, right? You can talk about who they're playing against, and the All-Stars, the MVPs, the Cy Young guys that are on that roster for Dominican, but the atmosphere, the environment, you're playing postseason-like games, and for a lot of these guys, this is the first time that they step foot in a stadium where it has a fourth decking on it, where it's got brighter lights. Special opportunity.
1-1 to Alegria. That one fouled back just below our broadcast booth. Yeah, of course, a lot of big leaguers for the Dominican Republic, a lot of big leaguers for Venezuela, but some other lesser known stories for the other teams in this pool. And you talk to those managers and coaching staffs, and that's what they say, is that it's a great experience, that you don't know what a player will be made of until, and Dusty said this exact thing, until they get that opportunity.
That's right.
Broken bat. Floater into the glove of Vlad Guerrero Jr. A 1-2-3 inning.
Your credit journey starts here with a secured self-Visa credit card. With high approval rates, it's a great option whether you're just starting out or rebuilding your credit. And as you use it and make payments on time, you can build your credit one step at a time. Visit Self to apply.
Most men over 40 look into the mirror and see this, when they could be seeing this. Most men over 40 look into the mirror and see this, when they could be seeing this. Most men over 40 look into the mirror and see this, when they could be using this. Particle 6-in-1 Face Cream for Men. The first of its kind anti-aging cream designed specifically for men. Fights eye bags, dark spots, and wrinkles. Visit particlemen.com and use the promo code on your screen to receive 25% off your entire order. Plus, we've got free shipping and a 30-day money-back guarantee. www.particlemen.com. Because seeing is believing.
We're Mizuho. Sound familiar? It should, because we help the industrials industry wherever they're innovating. Financing the aluminum giant building better homes, Mizuho was there. The merger of two logistics titans, that was us too. So if you're a company in the industrials industry looking for a corporate and investment bank as a partner, you already know our work. Now you know our name. Mizuho Americas, a name worth knowing.
Everybody be asking me, man, does the Bluetooth actually work?
Bro, you get a month for free.
It's free. Why you asking me and not finding out for yourself? The first month is free. Go get you some chewables, man, all right?
The United Football League is back. A game experience like no other.
Beautiful throw.
This is the United Football League. It all kicks off March 27th on Fox.
Welcome back. First day of pool play here in Miami. Paul Severino, Yonder Alonso, rest of our great crew here. An amazing crowd this afternoon for Venezuela's win a sellout crowd here tonight for the Dominican Republic and Nicaragua's opener. Team Israel gets underway tomorrow for their first action in the tournament.
They've got a better roster too.
Yes.
Just like Nicaragua, just like the Netherlands. One of the more improved teams in this tournament.
And the emphasis on winning as many games as possible. We had Netherlands earlier today. They went 2-2 in pool play in 2023, but so did everybody else in their pool. They had to go like 7 or 8 tiebreakers down to figure out who was going to advance last time out. So if you're any of these teams, want to avoid any of that math and calculus to figure out, okay, are we moving on or are we not? Bermudez at the caught stealing of Julio Rodriguez to end the last inning, so he's back to work.
One thing I'll say about Nicaragua, the more this game goes on and you're giving this Nicaragua life, still tie ball game, and you're not putting pressure on this team, they're going to get more confident, they're going to get more aggressive, and Dusty will start unleashing his best weapons out of that bullpen.
And for Nicaragua, they are back at it. A quick turnaround for them. They've got the Netherlands at noon tomorrow. DR's got the day off. Israel, Venezuela tomorrow night. And you see this the first, and then 3 other days of double headers before single games on the 10th. And then the one that we've all kind of circled. We're excited for all of it, but the game that we've all circled, Dominican Republic, Venezuela. And those two teams extremely well represented, as all 5 nations and groups are here in pool play. This one a bunt that's going to take a left-hand turn foul. But those 2 teams are loaded with the most major league talent, and it was a fun moment yesterday. All teams had their workouts, and throughout the whole day, a long day, everybody's here, and team photos and everything else. And the way that the schedule worked out, Dominican and Venezuela, they got their back-to-back batting practice and therefore back-to-back team pictures, and then 75 players on the field. They all kind of mix it up a little bit. Good-natured hugs and high fives before the tournament starts. It was great to see, and just so much talent, so much fun to be a part of.
We asked Omar Lopez about that. He mentioned how we're all family. Obviously, when you get in between the lines, it's a little bit different.
Line to center, stays up.
But they're all in the same boat. They all understand the Latin culture of Venezuela and obviously the Dominican Republic. So it was a treat to see. A lot of hugs were given.
Steven Cruz loosening in the Nicaragua bullpen. And while we may circle some games on the calendar, talk to guys like Albert Pujols or Dusty Baker or any of the managers and coaches, everyone is taking it game by game.
Absolutely.
No one is looking past another opponent at all.
I'll go a step further. I would think this is Bermudez's last batter. So the last thing I want to see is Ketel Marte from the right side against lefties. Loves lefties, slugs very well from the right-handed side.
Tatis a single and a run scored in the first, a walk in the second. Leadoff man for the Dominican Republic. 0-2. Ground ball. Vientos. Nice play on the slide. Good throw. Good stretch. Good inning. 1, 2, 3. And we're tied at 3 in Miami.
This is still Domino's best deal ever. I mean, it's the only deal that gets you any Domino's pizza with any toppings for just $9.99.
You're saving $20. Said save like $32.89.
Only at
Domino's. When my hair started thinning, I didn't want to hear the wisecracks.
I was ignoring my hair because I was a full-time working mother, but luckily I found Nutrafol.
My hair was getting stronger and thicker.
I finally feel like myself again.
Hey there, everybody, gotta get someone off my chest real quick. Gotta find a therapist who really listens to what I have to say.
Damn, better than buddy. Look on ZocDoc, 15, 10, 20 therapists, including a guy right here. Don't just listen, really makes you feel like you're being heard.
So,
you've got options. Download the ZocDoc app today.
I like winning on the field, but it's even more fun winning on Deal Dash.
Lori won $2,000 Tiffany earrings for just $1, and Joseph won an iPad for just $6. There's millions of fast auctions. So try today at DealDash.com for $50 of free credit and your first win guaranteed.
Sell in all the places with Shopify. Online, in person, and across social. And track every cha-ching, all in one place. When it's time to sell everywhere, it's time for Shopify. Start your free trial today.
hey, John Hamm, you still coming to my dog's birthday party?
I have to sell my car.
Well, just sell it to Carvana.
Carvana?
Isn't that your car?
Okay, fine, I sold it to Carvana. Thank you.
So you'll come?
What, are we gonna walk? Sell your car to Carvana today.
Out here, we work hard for the things that matter. Our property, our animals, getting more out of every day. Out here, the hard work you put in pays you back, over and over. Because there's no better feeling than making time for what matters most. And knowing this life out here is yours. Tractor Supply, for life out here.
In the land of Israel,
Como nervioso, viejo.
before the cross,
Sabes que hay una presión,
there
loco.
was David.
No es lo mismo tú decir, no, que estás jugando a los mejores jugadores. A tú verlo ahí, disfrutándote con ellos, papá. Uno pensaba que Dominicana le iba, una ventaja grandísima, pero mira cómo da la vuelta. Es un partido. Comenzamos. Dieron el piso.
Yeah, 7 innings to a 2.18 ERA. He became the primary closer from Pittsburgh after David Bednar went to the Yankees.
This one popped up, foul territory. Machado has room. Speaking of Bednar, his teammate in the Bronx, Aaron Judge, the captain of Team USA, and just unloads. Quick start in the WBC for Aaron Judge. And a 2-1 USA lead against Brazil as they have begun pool play in Houston. Puerto Rico a 5-0 lead on Colombia. Chinese Taipei and Czechia a little bit later on, that in Tokyo.
Oh, when he hits them, it sounds different.
Yep. Vientos comes up empty. A lot of that great atmosphere here at Lone Depot Park. 1-1 to Vientos. In the air, carrying out to left, but playable for Soto, who calls off the entire building to make that play. 2 outs.
It's always Friday for the Dominicans. Doesn't matter if it's a Monday or a Tuesday. Always ready to have a good time.
See, now you're throwing me off. It is Friday, though, right?
It is.
Okay.
It is.
Just checking. Doesn't take much to knock me off track. Here's Omar Mendoza. In there for a strike at 94 miles an hour. Strikeout and a ground out for Mendoza. DH for Nicaragua.
And I know they've got a lot of guys in that bullpen, but man, this guy Santana, the stuff is electric. The slider's real, and the two-seamer really plays off of it.
And a 1-2-3 inning out of the bullpen, keeping it a 3-3 game at Lone Depot Park.
Don't let congestion take over. Afrin No Trip. Wow, ridiculously fast nasal congestion relief. The wow is real. And now try new drug-free Afrin Saline.
Hey, I'm Daniel, one of the founders of Ridge. My dad and I realized that most wallets are falling apart, stuffed to the max, and barely fit in your back pocket. So we set out to create something better. Ridge is built to last a lifetime and is the perfect balance of modern style and durability. Find yours at ridge.com.
Kyle, who's there? It's your conscience. We're using video games to avoid our financial stress again. How am I going to get an apartment after college with no credit? By downloading the Self app. Now you're talking. Join the 4 million credit builders, served and counting.
Precise designs, subtle curves, curated upgrades, elevated design for thoughtful living. Thuma.
Meet the most insightful way to never scoop again. Litter Robot 5 Pro, the next generation of litter robot. Litter Robot 5 Pro from Whisker, the greatest invention since cats.
I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds on my car insurance. Unfortunately, I did not check who was behind me at the game. Dude, she just pointed at me. That's crazy. Checking Allstate first was the right move. I love you! I love you! Not checking who was sitting behind me was humbling.
That's their mom. That's Mrs. Betts.
Yeah, check Allstate first. You could save hundreds. Go Bruins. Go Bruins.
This is Candy Crush Saga,
where sweet just got serious. Compete in All-Stars and make it to the live final.
For your chance to win a share of $1 million. Play Candy Crush All-Stars now.
This is a Big East tournament, folks. A champion will be crowned.
You know the crowd is ready. The Big East tournament, March 12th through the 14th on Fox and FS1.
Welcome back. The WBC brings out so much emotion and pride, and we have seen that on display through the first half of this ball game here tonight. The opener for both Nicaragua and the Dominican Republic. And while the DR hopes this is the first step towards a WBC championship, for Nicaragua, they are trying to shock the world with this one, and they're in it. Right now, 3-3. Steven Cruz takes over. First WBC for him, facing Ketel Marte, then Juan Soto and Vlad Guerrero here in the last of the fifth.
And 2025 pitching high-end AA for the Milwaukee Brewers. Kind of a quirky delivery. Hard to pick up.
Broken back roller towards short. And they get the out. And a nice job to not try to field that one.
Yeah. Let Zamora, who's really good at shortstop. See, he was going to right there, but let him go. Understanding he's got the shortstop behind him, who's known for that glove.
You see it, you ask a manager or an infield coach, it happens way too much. Where the pitcher tries to do a little bit too much, knocks off the glove, and then what should be a sure out.
Bienvenido, Sustancia, desde allá, desde Francia. ¿A quién vas? ¿RD? O Nicaragua.
And then a single and a run scored for Juan Soto. Swing and a miss. Cutter right
Sí,
there.
allá. Y eso que el siguiente juego es a las 12 de mediodía, ya tú sabes.
He's got that same delivery with his leg kick. Tough to pick up.
Grounded outside of first, foul. And for Soto, some time in New York on one side in the Bronx in 2024 to a World Series, and then in 2025 the first year of that epic contract that he signed, 15 years, $765 million.
I think the most surprising thing about those numbers is the 38 stolen bases. He went from 7 to 38. Knew he had 35 to 45 home run pop. We know the average is going to be there.
Yeah.
We know the slugging and on base is going to be there, but the 38 stolen bases for me was the surprise.
Truly a well-rounded superstar. But he comes up empty here. Cruz strikes him out in two quick outs.
Tan fuerte, tan fuerte.
You can just tell.
Ya tú sabes.
Right now. The delivery is a little bit funky.
Escuchó a Soto.
Pick up spin. Soto's not too happy there with that at bat.
Now Vlad Guerrero Jr. Nobody on and 2 outs. That's in there for a strike. Certainly a great representation of fans for Team Nicaragua, and with every out they start to get a little louder and start to maybe drown out what is a huge Dominican contingent here tonight.
And I think with Dusty Baker right now, he's unleashing everything he's got in that bullpen.
And ball got loose down the line, hence the delay. So they sort that out, and we move along. Yeah, you want to win at least a game. Somehow, some way, win a game. It boosts your chances of qualifying for the next WBC.
Well, he wanted that swing.
Hola, Pepe. Pepe, tengo volumen a todo allá. Ya no se puede subir más. No, no vamos a tener que quedar así.
But they're sensing something in the dugout here for Nicaragua. They're sensing life, an opportunity to do something special. I would be careful throwing another fastball. He's thrown a lot of sliders for the first 2 hitters.
Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and that one fouled away. Let's go back a pitch. Seen that before, the Soto shuffle?
I feel like everybody had it in that lineup. Right-handed version.
It's fun, but it's intense in the WBC. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Ground ball to short. Spinning. What a play there by Zamora. A 1-2-3.
Oh, viejito.
We are tied at 3. Heading to the 6th.
El Canario, no es así, viejito. Lo que pasa es que Nicaragua tiene un buen picheo, viejo. ¿Entiendes? Entonces están jugando bien. Aparte de eso, el equipito dominicano se nota como medio asustado, como que no están en su órbita. Vamos a ver si, tú sabes que desde que comience uno, ya, ellos como que se animan. Vamos a ver si se animan. Mientras tanto, Soto se ha aprovechado 2 veces. Lo que está dando palito ahí mismo cerca del cuadro. Está fea la vaina.
Transform your bathroom with the beautiful quality of Bath Planet. As a trusted leader in bathroom renovation, Bath Planet has earned the Good Housekeeping seal, a symbol of quality and consumer confidence for over 100 years. Get half off installation or 18 months with no interest and no payments. Whether it's tub replacement, a shower replacement, or a tub-to-shower conversion, Bath Planet makes your custom bath fast, easy, and affordable. This special offer is available by calling 800-342-7481. 800-342-7481.
I've been saving for my first house for years, but to get the best mortgage rate, I want to keep improving my credit. That's why I love banking fee-free through Chime. Plus, with Chime Card, I can build credit safely, and since I direct deposit, I earn 1.5% cash back. I get personalized tips to help build my credit, and by paying my bills through Chime, I grow it even more. I'm up 80 points, and might even be a homeowner by the end of the year. Start banking fee-free at Chime, the #1 most loved banking app.
Hi! Chocolate fundraiser.
With the Chase mobile app, things move a little more smoothly. Deposit checks easily and send money quickly. That's convenience from Chase. Make more of what's yours.
We have to stop meeting this way.
With only 3 episodes left, one challenge turns the game upside down.
This is the first time one individual has held this much power.
All new Fear Factor House of Fear Wednesday after The Masked Singer on Fox.
Marvin Bernard, really the first one to put Nicaraguan baseball players on the map. Vicente Padilla on that list as well. Everett Cabrera, time in the big leagues. Jonathan Loaisiga pitched a bit for the New York Yankees. And Dennis Martinez, El Presidente, El Perfecto. That was the call of the Hall of Fame broadcaster Dave Van Horn, as this one is chopped over toward third base. Manny with the throw and Vlad with the pick to get Trujillo.
I remember my father took me to a Little League practice once. Levon Hernandez had just won the World Series. The famous I love you Miami notes that he would say that Miami went crazy for, but on that same day, Dennis Martinez was there as well. My dad grabbed me by the hand and said, son, you need to get that autograph, not Levon Hernandez. That's El Capitan. And I went out there and I met him later on. I played for Cleveland and he was there and I told him the story. Obviously he didn't remember, but the honor it was for me to meet him at the age of 10 years old.
Yeah.
Seen him grow, you know, seen him pitch a bit. That was my dad's favorite pitcher.
Yeah, you just, again, we talked about the nearly 1,000 players throughout history that have been Dominican born, and maybe Nicaragua further down that list, most certainly further down that list, but still, even though at different stages, that's why this tournament is so important. This one popped up. Sir Anthony Dominguez gives way to Vlad, and there are 2 outs. Because it gives you an opportunity to say, well, I can do that. And this was certainly part of that great career for Dennis Martinez, 4 times an All-Star. I mentioned Dave Van Horn, who was a broadcaster for the Montreal Expos, and he called this building home for a little while, a few doors down, Marlins Radio for a long time, the Hall of Famer.
Just think about this, 122 completed games. Where in today's day and age, you get a pitcher with 1 or 2
yeah.
in the year, and that's making it.
Yeah.
122 completed games. When he took the ball, there was no bullpen game.
Yeah.
Special.
Christian Sandoval fouls that one away. Yeah, a guy built like that, and again, talking about home ballparks, Sandy Alcantara, who will go in the 4th game for the Dominican, lined up to face Venezuela. And he's one of those guys who certainly overpowering, but he wants to finish every game he starts.
One thing about the Dominican is they have an armory of talent in that bullpen, right? So you would think advantage goes to the Dominican bullpen over the Nicaragua bullpen.
Look
but
at that.
Nicaragua has answered the bell.
Yeah, that is just tremendous. Bouncing ball up the middle. Perdomo gets to it, but won't have a play. Kept it on the infield, but racing down the line, Sandoval.
Probably their fastest base runner. Over 40 stolen bases in the Winter League. When he smells that base hit, no problem.
And it's that hustle that puts the pressure on the shortstop to make the play to create the bobble to extend the inning. This one a little more routine for Manny, goes the short way to end the inning. We head to the last of the 6th.
Blue Chew is a telemedicine service connecting men with licensed medical providers prescribing ED meds. Get your first month free at BlueChew.com.
Mike wears a ball cap to hide his thinning hair, not because he's good at baseball, but since choosing Nutrafol Men, he's on track for a comeback. Just not one that involves baseball. Hats off to you, Mike.
When I started Walton Goggins Goggle Glasses, I didn't know how to turn all this fancy prettiness into a classy-looking logo. The GoDaddy Arrow does, with its magical AI powers. It not only creates it, it slaps that sweet thing everywhere.
Look, if you're an executive, this shirt is a must-have in your closet. I was tired of floppy collars and shirts with sweat stains, so I got this shirt I saw on TV, and now I don't have to worry. I got it shipped in no time, and I switched from regular polos to this immediately. The brand is called Collars & Co. They make a regular stretchy golf shirt, but the top has a firm collar on it. I got rid of so many problems by upgrading.
Hola, Lice, ¿cómo
no
estás?
dry cleaning needed anymore.
¿A quién
I'm
vas?
free from
República
uncomfortable long
Dominicana
sleeves,
o
and the
Nicaragua?
collars stay stiff all day. Get 20% off today using code TV at collarsandco.com.
Out here, we work hard for the things that matter, because there's no better feeling than making time for what matters most. And knowing this life out here is yours. Tractor Supply, for life out here.
The power of baseball goes beyond the field.
Together.
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 The stage is set for a weekend where IndyCar and NASCAR go back-to-back on one track. Your one and only chance to see the biggest names in racing in one place. From Phoenix Raceway, the Desert Double starts Saturday at 3 on Fox.
We got time
today.
Two Chainz, just hilarious. Country Wayne, DC Young Fly, Stephen A. Smith.
There's some questions I want to ask you right now. Go ahead.
Commercial.
This is gonna get good. Hey, that's gangster.
Next week, we'll be back because we'll be trending again.
26 in a row have been retired by Dennis Martinez. 1-2 pitch. In the air. Center field. Grissom. El Presidente. El Perfecto.
One of just 16 Nicaraguan-born players to reach Major League Baseball. Dennis Martinez on another elite list. Pitchers with a perfect game. And the great call of DVH there as Manny Machado leads it off and fouls that one back. 1 ball and 1 strike.
El Presidente.
Yeah. And we talked about it before. Again, so many guys. I'm sure Manny grew up watching someone. And so many Nicaraguan-born players now grew up watching the Marvin Bernards, and as you mentioned, Dennis Martinez. And there will be kids today that will be big leaguers sometime tomorrow because of the players in this tournament. And
That's right.
That's the beauty of it.
Yep.
Two and two to Machado, number 5 hitter for the Dominican Republic. Junior Caminero and Julio Rodriguez to follow in a 3-3 game in the 6th.
Very deceptive from Cruz, huh? It's been a fastball slider mix. That's all he's really thrown. He's got a little sneaky life on that fastball, and he's able to tunnel down with that slider, making it very hard on the righties to stay on every pitch.
Three and two. And that one down the line and fair toward the corner. That'll be extra bases.
Estos son los palos que hacen falta para que el equipo se emocione. Vamos a esto. Vamos a hacerle ahora. Ya. Acabó el relajo ya.
Well, he's trying to sneak that fastball inner third. We've seen Manny do this for a long time. Look how he gets his hands in. Snap of that barrel. Tight, connected with the backside. As soon as that ball's hit, he knows there's a stand-up double. Here we go. Dominican wanted life. They get life. Men on second now for a big inning.
And they bring 45 home runs to the plate. Junior Caminero with Machado in scoring position. Inside and just barely misses.
One thing about Caminero, he loves to drive the baseball in situations like this, middle of the field, right center. He's not necessarily thinking pull unless it's a mistake.
Ahora es Ahora vamos a hacerle, como dicen. Vamos a hacerle ahora.
Trying to break a 3-3 tie in the sixth as the crowd gets into it here at Lone Depot Park. They're going to get into it in a big way.
¿Qué te dije? Esos son los palos que hacen falta. Vamos a esto, coño. Yo se lo dije que ese es el palo que hace falta para que el equipo se emocione. Vamos a esto. Ahora ahí.
To it. That swing had levels to it. This Dominican crowd here in Miami wanted something to cheer for. The people of Santo Domingo, where he's from, had something to cheer for now. He's been waiting for this for a long time. Talked about it, grew up watching the World Baseball Classic, watching Manny. Now he's hitting behind Manny, protecting Manny. And boy, the biggest hit of this short tournament right now has been given to Caminero.
We talk about the resumes of Manny and Vladdy and Soto. Just starting to build that resume, Junior Caminero. We've talked about it before. He might be one of the more underrated players on this loaded Dominican team.
It reminds me a lot of Manny Machado's first World Baseball Classic, where Adrian Belcher was the guy, kind of heading over the grounds to Manny, and now Manny giving it now to Caminero, saying, all right, it's your turn. Wearing number 13. Oh, man.
How much of a sigh of relief now in that dugout? And there's a lot of baseball to be played. It's a two-run game, but given that how tight it's been, how big was that?
Huge. And I think you're going to get a lot of relief, not only just for this offensive roster, but also this pitching staff. Albert Pujols trying to manage his way with the staff and understanding there's an off day tomorrow. He can unleash now his best.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Julio Rodriguez. 92 inside.
There was no secret. We knew coming in, Nicaragua was a bit thin in that bullpen.
They've got Mejia up down there now, but they trail it 5-3. Rodriguez out towards center, playable for Dawson, and 1 away.
Well, we talked about what he liked to do in moments like this with runners in scoring position. Takes that hanging slider, stays through it. We've seen that one-hand finish, one of the fastest bats in all of baseball. That ball had levels to it. 3rd, 4th gears. How excited is he?
Was in the home run derby last year, falling to Cal Raleigh in the finals, but he had his own home run derby all summer long. 1 homer shy of the team record by Carlos Pena. He makes it 5-3, a pitching change.
This March, the path to the Big Ten title ends in Chicago. 18 teams.
This is going to be iconic.
10 games.
There's still time left.
1 shot.
For the win!
A champion will rise in the Windy City.
Unbelievable.
Live coverage of the TIAA Big Ten Men's Basketball Tournament begins March 11th on the Big Ten Network.
Bring it in!
Fox Wednesday, snakes and masks and bears, oh my!
Some good, clean American fun.
First,
it's Care Bears night on The Masked Singer!
The biggest clue has been right in front of your face.
Whoa.
His head is a soccer ball!
Then on Fear Factor, House House of Fear.
This is the first challenge where it all comes down to a single winner. You will go face to face with snakes and rats.
The biggest snake so far has been robbed.
Fear Factor after The Masked Singer. All new Wednesday on Fox.
In the land of Israel, before the Gospels, before the cross, there was David.
King Saul, you have nothing to fear from me. Please tell me how to help you.
Under the eyes of a mad king, he was hunted. Under the weight of destiny, he stood tall. And under the hand of God, he became a legend.
This day, the Lord will conquer you, and I will kill you.
I'm Zachary Levi, and this is David, King of Israel. Streaming now on Fox Nation.
Spring is the time to join Fox Nation. Sign up for just $2.99 a month. Start streaming today.
Welcome to the World Baseball Classic. Bryce Harper, Paul Skeens, Cal Raleigh, Aaron Judge.
Team USA takes on Brazil, only on Fox.
If it's Saturday night, it's Baseball Night in America, only on Fox.
Welcome back. Dilmer Mejia comes out of the Nicaragua bullpen, the lefty. And he'll face Austin Wells. Cruz giving up that home run to Junior Caminero. And just the range of emotions from one side of the field to the other. A 5-3 lead for the Dominican Republic as Wells takes a strike. Strikeout and a fly out today for Wells. Mejia misses upstairs. Second WBC for the lefty. One relief appearance in 2023. Faced the Dominican Republic.
Doesn't necessarily rely on the fastball. Loves to throw his changeup, his slider.
And Austin Wells lifts one out to left. Dawson underneath it makes the catch.
Really relies on all pitches. Changeup can range anywhere from 81 miles an hour to 89. That's correct. 81 to 89 miles an hour. He'll mix in that sinker. He'll mix in that slider, but definitely relies on that heavy sink, that heavy changeup split. Throws both of them. Deceptive and wants quick outs.
Signed by the Braves as an international free agent in 2013. Perdomo pops this one up toward first. Trujillo drifting back toward fair territory makes the play. But Caminero with a line drive bullet and a trip around the bases he'll never forget. A 5-3 lead.
Back pain. When you've got it, you know it. Introducing the X-Back from CopperFit, our groundbreaking technology designed for compression support of your lower back and core like you've never experienced before. Engineered with our most innovative, patent-pending, Advanced X compression system. Evenly distributes the support across a broader surface area of your back for relief of lower back aches and pains. A super lightweight mesh fabric, ventilated to increase airflow and release excess heat. An orthopedic-designed alloy support panel. And 4 built-in flexible stabilizers to help improve alignment and promote better posture. The all-new X-Back from CopperFit, the most customizable support for relief of lower back pain you will ever wear. Guaranteed or your money back. Get yours now at getxback.com or call 1-800-416-6308. Order right now and your shipping is free. CopperFit. Feel the difference.
Half protection is not enough. Using just an antivirus online is also not enough. Get better protection from online threats. Get NordVPN now.
Dang, your score is higher than a giraffe on a pogo stick.
That's because I bank fee-free through Chime. Plus, I build credit through everyday purchases.
That's a big perk.
Yeah. For years, I was hiding my drinking. I'm the type of drinker that I don't just have one. I didn't want to feel that urge anymore. That's what brought me to War Health. I'm a better dad. I'm a better husband. I just have a more grounded and present life, thanks to War Health.
Text TV to 710-710 to learn more.
What should we do?
I'm going to CashNetUSA.com. I can apply in minutes, and if approved, we can have the money as soon as the same business day.
Go to CashNetUSA.com to apply for the money you need.
Saturday, we've got a huge Big East regular season finale on Fox College Hoops.
Here we go.
Fourth-ranked UConn takes on Marquette. Saturday at 12:30 Eastern on Fox College Hoops.
Welcome back to Lone Depot Park here in Miami. Paul Severino, Yonder Alonso, rest of our great crew with you. Wandy Peralta takes over. The Padres last year, 34 years old in his WBC debut.
Everyday Wandy, 71 innings pitched for the San Diego Padres. Relies heavily on the ground ball. 60% ground ball percentage last year for him. Relies heavily on the sinker, the changeup, and the slider. Works fast. And one little nugget on him: hates flying.
Really?
Does not like flying.
I will say this with confidence: he picked the wrong industry.
Does not like it. He's off the wall, full of energy. Does not like flying.
He likes to be on the ground. I got you. Oh, ground ball. One away.
That play was just a dream for a first baseman. You get it. You have all the time in the world. You get the Sunday hop, and now you're playing quarterback. Try to hit your receiver right on the money. Touchdown. One of the toughest plays is to throw it just like that, 3/4, and try to hit a strike. Laddie knows a thing or two. He's a Gold Glover for a reason at first base.
Yeah, not just a slugger. He has worked on his defense and improved it immensely. And a big first out here in the 7th. After Dawson, Benjamin Alegria, who singled in the first inning. 1 for 3 tonight. Right back to Peralta, finds it. And now 2 outs, and perhaps a check on him as well. Make sure he's all right. Get a moment to loosen up. He says he's all right.
I think he's all right.
He gets some attention anyways, waving everybody off.
I got him on the heel of the glove.
So 16 of the last 17 now retired by the Dominican bullpen. And with 2 outs, it's Munguia. A couple of base hits to his credit, including an RBI single in the first inning when Nicaragua got off to that quick start. Quieting the Dominican fans who were bouncing off the walls at the start of play. But some back and forth throughout as it's 5-3 Dominican here in the top of the 7th inning. And that just clipped him. And the tying run will come to the plate.
Just a change up left on left right there that got away from him a little bit. Nicked him. Now you got Mark Vientos. Got to be very careful. I know they highlighted him before the game. He can't beat you. He's facing another lefty here. Mark Vientos likes to sit on pitches in different situations of the count.
Tipped and held on to by Wells. Yeah, talking with Albert Pujols, who is especially compared to Dusty Baker on the other side, a more inexperienced manager. He's had some success as a manager, but he has said that he thinks through with his coaching staff every scenario, and he is fully prepared for first pitch, for all the things that may occur as the night goes on. And that's why Albert has aspirations to manage in the big leagues, and one would assume will someday soon. Tap and foul.
And he's got guys around him that played for a long time. His bench coach is Placido Polanco. His assistant coach is Fernando Tatis Sr. And all these guys have played for a long time. Talked about the experience. He's got over 200 years of experience in that clubhouse.
Vientos to third, Machado to second, and that'll do it. 5-3.
Miami. am naturally biased because I just joined Ridge as the chief creative partner, but I'm just going to speak facts here. It's slim, it's RFID blocking, it's awesome, it's comfortable, I love it. I carry it every day. And then every wallet at Ridge.com has like an unlimited lifetime warranty, so you don't have to worry about it falling apart. Check it out at Ridge.com.
So your credit tanked, and now you have 3 roommates. Well, you're in luck, because Self will securely report your positive rent payments to all 3 credit bureaus for free. So you can increase your credit score and improve your living situation. Get free rent reporting. Download Self today.
Meet the most insightful way to never scoop again. Litter Robot 5 Pro, the next generation of litter robot. Litter Robot 5 Pro from Whisker, the greatest invention since cats.
Tired of body pain holding you back? Try Aleve for longer-lasting pain relief. Unlike Tylenol and Advil, just 1 dose of Aleve provides up to 12 hours of relief from all types of body pain. Try Aleve.
We're Mizuho. Sound familiar? It should. Bringing a microchip powerhouse to market? Mizuho was there. Anywhere a tech company needs a corporate and investment bank, we're there. Mizuho Americas, a name worth knowing.
So many in-network doctors on ZocDoc.
Mom, we need you to focus. We need snacks.
Oh, Dr. DeSalle is comforting and didn't rush me. And he can see me today. Booked.
We're losing.
You've got options. Download the ZocDoc app today.
Thanks for coming in to talk about Doug Jr.
Of course. 3rd grade is when I learned Liberty Mutual could save you hundreds by customizing your car insurance.
Why don't you come sit with us?
Oh, a little snug. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
The United Football League is back. Professional football in the spring. A game experienced like no other.
Beautiful throw, right on the money.
Big energy, high-flying plays, innovative tech.
Wow!
This is just the beginning.
My goodness!
This is the United Football League. It all kicks off March 27th on Fox.
Well, you saw the party here in Miami after the big home run by Caminero. How about this? Just a couple days ago, Manny went deep, Juan Soto went deep. Have never played in Quiqueya Stadium in Santo Domingo. Then Caminero went deep to right center, and that stadium and that energy was electric. Talked to Albert a little bit about that. He said there was more people outside the stadium than there were inside the stadium. That's how electric that city was.
And of course, the WBC club got a lot of the attention, but that was the first time that a major league club, the Detroit Tigers in that situation, had played a game in the Dominican in the country ever. It's unbelievable. And that's what they're trying to do, is to help not necessarily grow the game because of obviously all the success that the Dominican has had, but getting the game there, if you will.
I think the fans did their job. They have been waiting for a long time, and not just to have a major league team to play a game, but have their heroes play there. And you know, they gave a ton of tickets to kids that grew up watching these guys, that only dreamt of seeing these guys live playing baseball.
And it had a side, or maybe it was the premier reason, really, but the larger meeting, it honored victims of the 2025 Jet Set nightclub tragedy in Santo Domingo. So the event also helped to raise funds for relief efforts. So yes, it was about baseball, but it was also about community, and that's what made it so important.
I talked to Omar Minaya about it. He's with Nelson Cruz as his right-hand assistant manager, GM, and he talked about how he had kids and, you know, olderly people crying when they were going out on the field. So yeah, it was definitely first class, and it was a great tribute to the people there in the Dominican Republic.
Fernando Tatis leads it off, waits on a 1-0 from Duque Ebert. One of the best stories of the 2023 WBC. Part of the bullpen a few years ago. 9th inning of the game against this Dominican Republic team. Struck out Juan Soto, Julio Rodriguez, and Rafael Devers, all swinging, and then nearly immediately signed a contract with the Tigers.
And after that outing, took pictures with all 3 of those guys. They asked him a little bit about that when he was coming in. He said he felt nervous. He said, hey, Can't be nervous to play this game. You got to go out there and have fun and enjoy it. He sure did that. Got rewarded.
2 balls, 1 strike to Tatis, and he fouls that one straight back.
He throws a little bit of everything. The sinker, the changeup, the slider, the four-seamer. Little mix of curveballs in there. Pitch 1, AA, for .96 ERA.
Upstairs at 93 to Tatis. Then Ketel Marte and Juan Soto.
Round 2.
Who probably wants a little revenge. That's right.
I think if you're the Dominican Republic, you want to keep attacking. Get more confidence.